Welcome to Going Beyond, and thank you so much for joining me on this program. Today, I have a lady here in the studio. She can best be described as a sparkler. And it's her sparkling energy that has taken her into the homes of the rich and famous in this country. And she has delivered the most wonderful cover stories for different magazines. And she's an absolutely wonderful person. And I'd love to welcome CSS Latha here. She's an old friend, somebody whom I truly do love. Latha, I'm so happy. I'm genuinely happy that you're here with me today, you know.
I'm so happy too. Thank you for inviting, and it's wonderful to catch up with you more than anything.
Almost 30 years now, right?
Yes,
but you have had access to people that most normal human beings would never be able to get to. And what has that been for you? How have you felt about doing that? Have you been overawed is the next question.
Frankly speaking, I'm grateful to Mr. Narihira, the founder and the proprietor of Magna Publications. I have always thanked him for giving me the platform that most people would have not had.
Yes.
Most journalists would have not had.
Yes.
Owing to the fact that we are a group of magazine company, a company that was entirely dedicated to magazines, unlike a lot others like Take India Today or Femina. They also have newspapers and then channels and stuff like that. But then this was totally dedicated only to magazines.
Right.
So we had an array of magazines like Stardust, Savvy, Society Interiors, Savvy Cookbook, Fashion and Glamour, Showtime, Health and Nutrition, many more.
So you had really a very big canvas that you could cater to.
Owing to the fact that I'm in the bureau, bureaus had to write for all the magazines. Whereas if you're stationed in Bombay, Prabha Devi, we had multiple stories. Each floor had a magazine, and that magazine and that journalist, I mean, they would do just that bit of work.
Right.
But we in bureaus had to write for all the magazines.
But that must be really tiring. I mean, how did you manage that? Wasn't it difficult, Latha?
It was passion for me.
Of course it is.
I don't know. Probably physically sometimes it would really be very hard because there have been some issues. I mean, we have special issues again. Not just these, they're monthly magazines, all right, but each magazine, even if you're sending one or two stories, then, you know, we also have anniversary issues. In one or two such issues, I had about 7 to 11 stories in a single issue.
Wow.
So then
it was your magazine virtually, right?
that used to feel good. I mean, like you're able to give that much of content and yeah, I mean, what do you say? Probably otherwise, if I had taken any other field, I would have not had this kind of an exposure to life in its sense, in every sense.
But when one gets up close and personal to people who are so well known, who are so famous, who are, well, really so wealthy, and such prominent people in our world today, what are they really like?
It's like seeing a king in the pajamas.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, but then what happens is, for me, it's been like most experiences have been very good. Some have not been all that great. But the thing is, as a journalist, you're neutral. So you would not want to take your personal emotions into the copy. Probably I could even avoid covering them because somehow we didn't strike it off.
Yeah.
But then I would never do that. If there was newsworthy, a good story, I'd keep my own personal feelings aside and I'd cover the person and give the good word to him or her because they deserve it.
Right. You have an amazing attitude towards your work, and with so many people over the years, over 30 years is a very long time. It spans many years. So were there one or even two? I'll give you the option of having two people who really struck a chord with you, whom you liked, whom you enjoyed talking to.
I mean, making no bones about it, Mr. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, that's been an experience of a lifetime because before I left for interviewing, I met some political journalists and they scared me. I said, oh God, don't you know him? He's so volatile. He's this. He'll just,
He'll
get
chew you up, eat you up for breakfast.
just shut down an interview midway and all that, and he can really get,
Shirty.
Yeah. So then I was like, and those were not the Google days.
Right.
You were not, Googling about
Right. You couldn't
stuff and
find
getting
out information
and all
right.
that stuff. What you see is what you got on the. When I started, it was the Doordarshan days.
Yes, of course.
And when I joined Magna, I used to send handwritten scripts. And then came the computer. I did not know how to even key in a story. So I learnt it all. I'm quite tech savvy. I didn't find it difficult to flow from handwritten to computers to then laptops and then social media. I'm tech savvy, fortunately. So and I find it interesting too. But
so
then
what was he like?
That was it. I mean, when I went there, I asked the office. I mean, we were waiting for about 10 minutes before we got to his presence, and I asked them. I said, "Is there anything like any don'ts? Or, I mean, what is it like? I mean, this was because I was brainwashed, so I wanted to be prepared.
By all the
I wanted
were
to be
probably
prepared.
jealous of you getting that interview.
And I had prepared 30 questions just in case no comments and no this and no that and something that is not solicitous.
Yes.
So then I kept about 30 questions ready. So I asked and they said, no, I think it's better to avoid this. There was just ideating there. I mean, they did not stipulate. But then, then I went and sat before him and I took a wee bit to settle with it because he was very friendly the moment we went in. And I took some sweets for him. He was very happy to take them. And then he made us sit and then he wanted my permission to record the whole thing. I said, go ahead. For me, as far as I am concerned, it's print media.
Yes, that's right.
All that I need is an audio bite.
Right.
So then I was taping the interview. Then there was a little hiccup in between. I mean, initially. The way he set me right, it was so soothing that he made it look so friendly.
He put you at ease?
Yes, he put me at ease, absolutely. I started the interview and then it was like 30 questions over and out. And not a single question was passed. He answered everything. And all I needed was just answers for 15 questions. And this way I was going to fill the whole magazine.
Definitely.
I said, do you want to talk anything more? I said, no, sir, that's fine. What I've got. But amazing memory. Not a single prompting he required. He was so well informed and absolutely. I mean, take the topic and he's there. I mean, he's just discussing at length with detail.
Was it easy to get an interview with him? How long did that take you?
No, it did not take much. I mean, I've been fortunate to have the right contact and I just had to send in a request and they said, come over. And then this particular interview was republished in New York Times.
Wonderful.
And then I lately hear that one of our news channels also here had made use of the content and made a program on him.
That's wonderful because you don't see our Prime Minister that much in a one-on-one kind of interview situation. I don't know when I've last actually seen that happen, you know. And
especially Lifestyle magazine.
Right.
This was a cover story. And I had requested for a special photo session because I didn't want to use what was available. And he obliged. And then he came with some brown color shirt and I said, sir, this I don't think will go well with the cover look. So can we have some options? So he got everybody to, got the persons to get a lot of his other color.
So you called
suits.
the
and
shots.
We selected.
That's a lovely
And then
thing.
wherever we said this corner, this way, stand here. I was amazed at the way he was savvy with he knows the importance of photographs and media
and the
presentation.
Media, absolutely.
Personal presentation.
Right. So let's put the Prime Minister aside here.
And one thing I would like to add.
Sorry,
something that I didn't ask him on record. But I said, you seem to have been, such an ascetic and you went away to Himalayas and all that and now you've come into politics. Don't you think this is a very thankless job? I mean, how do you think that have you not traded with your own spiritual journey? How is it? I said, Latha madam, see we have about 32 rooms here. I have seen only 4 of them. I am not attached to where I am and what I am, I possess here. Tomorrow I decide to leave politics. It's like walking from one room to another for me. I will not even take a minute to just walk away.
What an amazing attitude, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, while we're on that, and can I move a little bit away and tell me about somebody else, because you must have a huge amount of memories of different people.
Absolutely.
So there must be other people who also struck a chord with you.
Yeah, I think the other one interview that I had done, which I didn't expect I would do, is the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Dalai Lama, His Holiness. I met him. He was very happy to, interact. And I said, I'm from Society magazine. He said, who doesn't know your magazine? I know Society magazine.
He knew
I've read a lot of them. Yeah.
Wow.
That was a big compliment.
What a
I
pleasant
said, that's the reason why I didn't have to do. Then got more political also.
Yes.
So he said, this I have to be careful because now it's getting political.
Yes.
And then I don't,
it
could be controversial.
Tread on toes, yes.
But one thing, I was in a Western outfit. There was something that we were talking about culture and stuff like that. He said, I'm more Indian than you are. I said, that's good.
Some people are very adorable in their responses, aren't they?
No, but then when I asked him he gave me a book and I asked him for his autograph. He said, what do you want me to write? I said, probably enlightenment. He just came forward and hugged me.
How lovely.
He said, I have signed so many autographs. Nobody ever asked me for this. And it's my blessing. That's what he said. And
you must have a mind full of memories.
Yes, it is.
Yes?
I do have.
Are we ever going to see your book
with
your memories?
Often asked question. It's
yes,
a question.
Of course, naturally, because
even my colleagues say that.
Yeah, for somebody who's had such a vast range of people, what about people, everyday people, shall I say? Are those any time in your target?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been about someone who has a story to tell.
Yes.
And everybody has a story to tell.
Of course, indeed. Don't we know that?
Then
yes.
it hasn't been just the celebrities and achievers. It's been it's been a vast gamut of number of people.
Right. I do know, Latha, of course, that you've also focused on women who are having a very hard time with their lives.
That's for Savvy cover stories.
Yeah.
It's in an I Believe format.
Yes.
Only we had that format, in which we allow them to talk
whatever,
and it will not be. But I used, when I would sit with them, I would just say that whatever you're saying is on record. Think of what you're talking, and then don't give me calls in the midnight saying, Latha, please cut this off. And I was in a flow and I said this. All that is not possible. Once it's on record, it's on record. Writing for Magna publications, especially the cover stories, it would be easily about 10,000 words. Now they say, please write something for the digital format in 50 words. I feel that I've not even started it.
That's not even the first introductory paragraph, correct?
So I have written a number of 10,000 words. I feel that's very fulfilling, where you're able to express, the person is able to express, and then we are able to carry the whole gamut of it.
What about film stars? What about cricketers? What about sports persons?
That's it. See, the thing is, we had an array of magazines, as I said. Savvy is a women's magazine, and Society was about achievers. You have a plus and a minus point in writing for Society, because you never know what props up, who becomes an achiever and which field it is.
Correct.
So you're not actually, you're not a sports journalist, so you know everything about them. Right. You're not a so-and-so area, so you know everything about them. So each time you have to do the research, and then it could be sports, it could be spiritual heads, and it could be film stars, or it could be absolutely from any area.
So then tell me, Latha, nowadays when you get down to writing, it must take a long time. Does it take what, a whole week? Would you end up doing 10 stories a week?
Now I think I just can shoot questions. I don't really need a preparation. I think that comes with the experience.
Yes.
Like unlike earlier days when I'd just sit and prepare the questions and all that. The first time that I wrote for Stardust, I was in Bombay at that time, stationed in Bombay. So Omar Qureshi, the famous editor, he said, Latha, you're going to write your first article for Stardust, and that's going to be Ram Gopal Verma, because that was when Rangila was released.
Right.
So he said, is it, because I have not worked with you, so I'd like to see how much you know about him and what are you going to extract and all that stuff. Can you write me a few questions? I wrote a few questions, and when Sarita Tanwar, associate editor, and Qureshi, they went through, they said, oh my God, we didn't know about these things about Ram Gopal Verma.
You had found out. You had
that's because I'm from the south.
That's right.
And I have kept track of his work in Telugu industry and how he made the Nagarjuna big hero and all that stuff, Shiva and all those beautiful movies, the Kshanak Kshanam with the Sridevi.
So you were basically knowledgeable, right?
I guess it's part of our trade. You need to keep your eyes and ears open, so you need to absorb and information that's happening around. Right. But then film writing used to interest me a lot. I started as a authorized freelancer in my college for Jyoti Chitra, which was a film-based magazine. Sitara was Ramoji Rao's in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad. And the second best was Jyoti Chitra. But the article that I had done, I was in college, and this letter came from the editor. If you can, if that word was something that challenges me. That was
nice way to inspire you, isn't
but that was not, I thought so. I asked my colleagues in other bureaus, she said, no way, she doesn't say that to us.
Yeah.
So then it's good. I mean, I knew that it was a special line for me. But in any case, the editor had that, if you can, get me Mrs. N.T. Ramarao, because and he was the chief minister then. She has never given an interview. She's not allowed to give interviews. And that word was enough for me. I was coming from college. I took lift with a colleague, a classmate of mine, who came in the army vehicle, she lives in the cantonment. So she dropped me at the gate. And these people, I mean, those days security was not such a big hassle.
Right.
So I said, Auntie has called me. I want to meet her. He said, he saw me getting down from that. He said, go in. Land in the veranda. I said, how does Auntie look first of all?
Didn't I know? We get into these situations all the time, yes.
And then, somebody sauntered in and I said, a maid was there. I said, Madam had asked me to come. Please call her. She came and said, did we meet before? I said, no, we didn't. And she said, what are you from? What is it that you wanted? I said, I'm a journalist and I'm a freelance journalist. I'm writing for so-and-so. I'd like to interview you. Oh, no, I will never be allowed to do something like this. It's not possible. They said, I'm not going. I have learned it's very difficult to come this far, and I am now face to face with you.
Yes.
Just a few questions, please, you have to take it. She was so sweet, she took the questions, and it went as a cover story. That catapulted Jyoti Chitra to be the #1 magazine.
But I still believe, I seriously believe, that it is at the end of the day your manner of how you deal with people. Isn't that the case? Have you found that out?
That is absolutely, because my co-editors here said, Latha, how do they talk to you so well and talk their innermost secrets with?
Yes.
They're so particular, or they're so private with us.
Sometimes I think that it pays to be a woman in this business.
No, this was something that I've always held against men saying it, I mean, it's a very, what do you call, it's a very easy way to say you get it because you're a woman. Really?
No.
Do all women get it?
No. No.
It's about how you deal with the subject.
I think so too. I strongly believe that.
So being a woman is never giving you an edge over others. That way, I'm in the as a journalist, I am competing with mostly with men in the field,
in the business.
How many of them are women? I'm competing with a lot of men. How many of you have done what I have done?
Indeed, yes.
So it's not about, it's about being
competent. I think it's about being competent, really.
Competent, and then how you
The right manner.
right manner, in the sense like your mindset. To me, impossible is not there. I don't think say, oh, that is impossible. They never speak to the. I will
We
still
must
go
try.
ahead with it.
I like your spirit.
I will
yeah.
still go for it.
I like your spirit.
And then I never regret making a move. And secondly, one of the wildest things that I got a press brief from society editor. Latha, we got a call. We came to know that cricketer 𝗧𝗵𝗏 𝗧𝗵𝗏 is going to marry a girl in Chennai.
Yes, from Chennai.
Get the girl. I said, really? Is that all that
So
easy? Get the girl? Who's that?
Huh.
I mean, it's not that.
Where do I start?
I
Yes.
swear. I mean, I was given just 48 hours to meet the
Get her,
deadline.
get the girl.
Meet the deadline. And I did.
You've obviously got a characteristic that is amazing.
Nose for news.
Yeah. Okay, no, for news, okay, that's fine. Whatever it is, it's still the personality,
There's a
your
intuition,
personality.
Intuition, and then where you, how you
Approach it.
approach it and how you place yourself. There have been times when I had to get someone who's on the stage, and the only thing that I can do to get to the person is when they're coming down, and then that's where you can waylay them and ask for it. So then my mind starts working now, which is the exit, and where is it? How is it going? Where is it lenient?
Right, yes.
You know that.
I think, Latha, we've all got to be a little cunning, if that's the right word, you know, and thick-skinned. I believe that we have to be slightly thick-skinned.
Sometimes,
I think that's very, you know. Okay, tell me, when you look forward, what kind of stuff you're doing right now? I mean, you have such a, you know, such a library of work already behind you. Are there that many people left around who are waiting for that interview with you? Who will give
Very
it?
strangely, society is so dynamic. New people, new achievers, new luminaries keep cropping up.
Right.
So it's never ending. I mean, if you're really passionate about it and you want to go get it, if I really want to, I can. But the thing is, I feel that 3 decades, it's been on the run. I have never seen the time. Like, I mean, through the day you're working in the office, evening then you have a social gathering, and then you're doing the party scene, party world. So then you have to still attend them, and that's the only way where you get contacts and you know,
surely.
more number of people. So then you tend to go work in the evenings too, and then my daughter, I had to also be there for her. So things like that.
You've really had a full work, right?
But I don't feel saturated.
Right.
I don't feel.
But I think that is the thing about being passionate, really, because you never truly want to give up.
There was.
And why should you?
Yeah, I started with the Indian Express actually, my formal career. I was the first Sun TV chief producer. I had 11 producers working for me, and then I was the one who set the trend of taking anchors out of the studio to, you know, various places to do the anchoring, and I introduced it, and then that's how it started becoming. I mean, that was the first year of a satellite
That's right,
channel.
yes. So let me ask now as a final question. You're talking about newspapers, magazines, television. Which is the one thing in these 3 mediums that you actually have liked?
I liked print media, obviously, because the magazines, I stayed the longest with the Magna. But then I have also decided post-COVID that, you know, I will do some select stories, and I'm not sending every paragraph.
That's nice. It's wonderful to actually have a choice of what you'd like to do, I think, really.
Yeah, at this stage they allow me to have my choice.
And why not? After all, we've been around for such a long time, you know.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Latha, I've had a lot of fun actually talking to you.
Thank you.
Because I think it's just so wonderful to have an old friend in the studio.
Absolutely.
You know,
and what a veteran you are.
Well,
Jennifer, I have been a big admirer of yours, and I don't think I had, it was a cup and a slip between the cup and
almost
slip with the 𝗬𝗠𝗧𝗍 ji.
Yes.
She was supposed to be meeting me on a particular day, but I see your interview. I think the way she gave you glowing compliments, not many people ever get anything from the other end when you're interviewing. That shows your personality and your approach.
Because sometimes, you know, you leave an interview and you wonder, why did she say that, or why did he say that? You know, I've often left that with that feeling, you know, what did I do? I don't think I did anything special to merit that. You know, I really don't think so.
No, absolutely not.
But I think
absolutely not true for the persons that we know.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you
been
so
an
much.
absolute joy for me to have you here
for calling
today.
me. It's been such a great
I
pleasure.
really am delighted that you accepted my invitation.
No, coming from you, I mean, the call was such a surprise, and I would not have missed it for anything.
Truly a pleasure. And it's been really my pleasure to have an old friend here in the studio and just to talk, because really I think that's what Going Beyond is all about. It's about us and the way we deal with people, and to have somebody like Latha here with me, wonderful. It's a great day for me, by the way. And I do hope that you have enjoyed being at home and listening to all the wonderful tales that she's had to give us today. See you again very soon. And until the next time, take care. Bye for now.